Have you ever had a burning electrical feeling so intense shooting into your leg? There's a good chance you may have had something called sciatica, and today we're going to talk all about sciatica, how it starts, what's exactly going on, and options we have to take care of it. My name's Dr. Sandy. I'm a Mississauga chiropractor. I've been practicing for over 20 years, and let's just jump into it. So, sciatica is something I've seen for many years in my office, and I'm very happy to say we've had an amazing success rate with that. What exactly is sciatica? So, if we actually look at it, it's one of the longest nerves in the body. And if we look over here, this would be the spine. And I'm focusing on the base of the spine. Depending on the research you read at, sciatica can start anywhere in the lower portion, traditionally L4, L5, and it goes through the sacral area, also known as the tailbone area, and this is like S1, S2, S3. So basically at the base of the spine, we see the sciatic nerve, and it runs all the way through the leg, goes down into the foot, and basically what happens is this nerve is responsible for gathering data and information, but it also lets the leg move, which is why if someone has really bad sciatica, you'll see something that they're not only in pain, but they physically have trouble walking, or their sitting to standing gets difficult, maybe even sleeping at night if it gets really bad. And I've seen patients with this, and it's very painful to watch. But like I said, the good thing is that chiropractic, by working with the body, is something that can help. It's a natural option. Now let's even step back from there and say, okay, I understand you're talking about the base of the spine, and if that area shifts mechanically and there's pressure on that nerve or that system, you can see sciatica. So here's the question: why does that system shift? Why are things even moving and compressing that spine? So the first would be physical. So any type of physical stress. And here's the thing I want to share with you as well, is that this could be something from the past. So maybe you played sports growing up, there were some injuries that were not properly taken care of. As you get older, those issues may show up again. So again, sports injuries or just working out too hard physically can affect the body, not just necessarily an injury. If there's ever been any accidents, slips or falls, falling down the stairs, slipping on ice, any of those things. And again, you may have an injury and it manifests, but it can show up later in the future as well. Because maybe what happens is those are the macro events, but then there's micro events where maybe you've had injuries in the past, but you're in a job that's sedentary, you're not moving as much, and that's just putting more pressure on the spine, pressure on the disc, just causing more pain, more tension, more inflammation. And one thing I love from a chiropractic perspective is that we're always trying to look at the root cause, and we're saying, okay, if there's a symptom, we obviously respect that. We want to help that person, but let's get to the root cause and let's restore function. So if sciatica is happening in a person, let's get to the root cause and say, okay, what can we do to manage the situation, take pressure off those nerves so the body can start to heal itself. If there's less pressure on a nerve, the body will repair itself. It will be in a better position to heal. Everything just works better. And the thing is, in extreme situations, I know people may use medication, and I'm going to say this again, in extreme situations, if that's the only option, but it's a temporary solution. It's going to cover it up. I understand sometimes people feel like they don't have a choice, and in that moment, in that time they need it. But my opinion is that we should always say, okay, I know that happened, but why did that happen? What's going on? And let's get to the root cause, because this should not keep happening again and again. And I will tell you, in chiropractic, the philosophy is, as hard as you can, go natural. If that's not working, yes, there's medication, and then the last resort should be surgery. Because obviously with surgery, I know it can help certain people, but it goes into the body. And obviously even with surgery, with the best intentions, even if things are successful, there may be limitation of motion. The body can't move the way it did before. So I just think in a spectrum that go natural, go conservative, see what you can do with the body. Medication, injections, and surgery should be the last resort, not the first thing, because it's hard on the body. And if you've talked to someone or if you've been through surgery, even if it's a successful surgery, it takes time to recover, and there's a whole healing process, and that can take months sometimes. So it should be something done. I think those aggressive measures should be done as a last resort, but we should go natural. So to address the physical, I would also say right away, if you're listening to this, making sure that you can move, motion. If you sit all day at your desk, telling yourself that, I need to take breaks every hour, whatever you can do, every 45 minutes, getting up, moving, because the longer you sit, you will be at a higher risk for back pain and things like sciatica. So we want to be mindful of that. The next thing also is diet. So when there's pressure on that nerve, there's inflammation. If you're eating highly processed food, if you're eating foods that can cause more inflammation, it's going to add to the sciatica. And then even things that are causing stimulation to the area, so caffeinated beverages, uh, artificial foods, things like that will actually make it worse. So the next thing you can do, and what I like with all these recommendations, more movement, eating better food, there's really no downside. It's going to help a lot of things. It will help the sciatica. So make sure you're drinking water. The nerve system loves water. Discs love water. The joints need water. Like, we need hydration. It's fundamental. So drinking enough water, making sure you're eating real food as much as you can. And I've read about this. I've researched it, but I am really going to make an effort moving forward as much as I can. Protein is essential, whether you are vegetarian, you're not vegetarian, however you take it, but making protein. Always remember, protein has always taught us that, like, it's for muscle building, which is true, but it's for the nerve system. It's a basic block for the human body to function. We need protein. It's a building block, and especially if you're going through a health situation where you want to get better, you want to make sure you're having protein. So having protein, having your fruits and veggies, eating a healthy diet, start cleaning up your diet, start moving more. These are obviously positive things that will help the situation. And then the big thing that also can make the situation worse is stress. So if there's already compression there, someone's sedentary, they have a poor diet, and then on top of it, they're stressed out. The stress causes what? Contraction in the body, tightness in the body. And if there's already contraction there and someone gets more stressed out, it's going to make it worse. So again, coming back to solutions, is that learning to maybe do some deep breathing exercises, learning to pray, meditate, taking that time for yourself, learning to manage stress better. Maybe listen to a video on YouTube, get some help, or whatever it looks like. But I'm a big believer in meditation, prayer, deep breathing. These kind of things are powerful. There's a reason they've been around for so long, because they work, they help the body. They get us into a more healing state, a relaxed state. And if we can do that, the body's in a better position to heal. So I want you to know that I would ask you that look at the body differently. When we get these symptoms, when we get pain, the shooting pain, whether it's sciatica, any type of pain in the body, step back. What is your body trying to say to you? Where are you offline? What do you need to do more of? So I'm telling you, if you could capture things in the early stages, natural health, natural healing, natural chiropractic is very effective. If you wait way too long, drugs and surgery may be the only option. And in my opinion, again, those should be a last resort. They're powerful, but they're a last resort because they're also hard on the body. There's no doubt about it. So I hope you learned from this. I hope you will take action steps. And, we're heading into 2026. I want it to be a year of power for you, of freedom, of better health, but it's going to take effort. I really believe health is not something you're given. You have to earn it. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it. And if you want to be healthy, you have to make better choices. And I really hope going into the new year, you make better choices, you have better health, but you got to work for it. Nothing's for free. So having said that, if you have any questions about sciatica, please call our office at 905-896-3393. We're here to help. If you have a question, maybe you're new to chiropractic, maybe you're not sure about sciatica, maybe you've tried things in the past, you're just like, I just have some general questions, we're here to help you. If you are ready to take the next step, one thing unique about our office, we do offer a free spinal checkup. We take a full history. I physically check the spine, and then we have a special computer software that does an analysis of the spine, of the nervous system, and we can just take a detailed look and analysis to say what's happening with the spine, what's happening with the nervous system. Is there something we can do to naturally get it better, restore function, get to the root cause of things, and help the body work better? So if you want to book a free spinal checkup for yourself or someone you care about, our number is 905-896-3393. I would be honored to serve, honored to help. And I really wish you amazing health, because I'm telling you, without health, your family life, your career, everything gets impacted. It is literally the foundation for every part of your life. So focus on your health. We're here for you. And as always, God bless you. This is Dr. Sandy signing off.